Hey everyone, Base DS here, and welcome back to more Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1. Last time, we made our way through Casino Street Zone and got our hands on 3 more Chaos Emeralds, but now it's time to go ahead and move on to the next zone. But now it's time to begin to make our way through Lost Labyrinth Zone, and right off the bat, I know what you're probably thinking. Just by seeing the word Labyrinth in the zone title, you're probably getting Labyrinth Zone flashbacks, but don't worry. At least when it comes to water, Lost Labyrinth Zone is relatively tame in that department. We're not going to be encountering any big bodies of water until Act 3, so you've got nothing to worry about there. But anyway, as for the badniks here, we've got Bubbles, Jaws, Orbnaut, and Burrowbot. So, most of the badniks that were pretty much present in the original Labyrinth Zone are chilling out here as well. And of course, you've got 2 different kinds of Orbnauts. You've got the red ones that will send out their projectiles, and the green ones will just quickly extend their projectiles out to try to hit you at a quick moment before retracting them back in. And as for Bubbles, well, now we're starting to encounter the red variety here that are armed with spikes. So you've really got to make sure to time your homing attack just right, because you don't want to be jumping straight into one of those things when their spikes are starting to protrude from their bodies. That would just be too painful. But here we have the main gimmick of Act 1, and that's moving on these giant boulders to make our way through the inner portions of the labyrinth itself. So it's pretty much a big balancing act. And it gets a bit more hectic when there's the last one right before the end of the act that's pretty much over a bottomless pit if you're not careful. Alright, get away from that. And we gotta make sure to watch out for the falling boulders here. Come on. There we go. I was not in the mood to lose my shield. And we're gonna take a bit of a quick shortcut over here. Just have to time things right. There we go. Alright. Pretty much just cut out a nice chunk of the latter part of the act. And you make sure to jump, that way you avoid running into Bubbles there. And here's the last boulder section. And we've got a bottomless pit right below us. Just gotta be careful. No need to rush. Alright, we're almost there. There we go. So, now it's time to go after that last Chaos Emerald. Let's just hope it all plays out the way I want it to, because this last special stage can be a bit of a pain. Not looking forward to it. But anyway, the final special stage is a bit of a gauntlet run, so it's basically comprised of 4 sections that are modeled after some of the earlier special stages that we've gone through. Basically, you just have to try and collect the time bubbles, but you also want to go ahead and collect as many rings as you can get, because that's going to be the key here. Getting through each section and making sure you've got the right amount of rings to get the gate in the middle of the special stage opened up. Alright. Let me just come in here real quick. I need to make sure to get all the time bubbles that I can get. Come on. Alright. Nope. There we go. Okay, so I'll just position myself right here. Okay, gotta be careful. There we go. Alright, next section. I'll have to see what the ring quota is for the gate as soon as I get out of this area. Alright, give me that. And yeah, I know I'm passing up some rings like an idiot, but keep in mind, I'm also running against the clock here. Okay, 17 rings left. So I'm not even going to have to go through the full part of this area here, I don't think. Nope. Careful, careful. Oh, really? Just one ring? Okay, I know there's one around here somewhere. There's gotta be. I know I passed one up somewhere. There we go. Alright, that final Chaos Emerald is mine. And with that, we've got all 7 Chaos Emeralds now. And you should pretty much know what that means by now at this point. We can now transform into Supersonic. But, time to move on to Act 2. So, the majority of the act is going to be completely dark as long as you're inside the innermost caverns of the labyrinth. So, essentially, what you need to do is use the torch that Sonic is holding to set fire to the torches that are lined up on the walls. Doing so will illuminate the area and cause walls to open up and allow you to continue on. But on top of that, you also need to use the torch to set fire to sticks of dynamite. That way they can proceed to blow giant blocks out of the way that will hinder your progress. So let's see here. We should be coming right. There we go. We actually got enough rings to transform right now, but nah, let's go ahead and wait a bit. Alright. Let's see. Move up here. Hello there, Bubbles. Alright. And let's continue on now that the dynamite blew the chunks out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and go for a neat little minecart ride. Of course, granted, things were originally supposed to be different here for this act. As for what I'm talking about, you'll see later on. You know what? Let's just go ahead and go super. And because of that, the rest of the act is going to be illuminated. Alright, so let's just go ahead and move on this way. And one thing I will go ahead and add that we'll actually be able to see when we get to Act 3. So, Supersonic actually ended up learning something from being hypersonic. He can actually breathe underwater now. Granted, it just means that he can only really do that in Act 3 of Lost Labyrinth Zone, but hey, it's nice to know, though. Alright. And go ahead and get that set blown up there. Okay, so this part right here. Me and this part have some history. So, I will admit, that little area right there, you had to light two torches. That way you could get the proper platforms to come out so you could continue on. Otherwise, you would be stuck. The first time I played this game, I actually ended up getting a time over at that section. Yeah. And to be honest, I think that was quite possibly the last time I've ever gotten a time over in a Sonic game. So it's been about 7 years considering this game came out in 2010. Alright, ooh, let me get that extra life real quick. And we should be near the end of the act now, and I don't even know if that could have killed me there or not. But it doesn't matter, we are near the end of the act now. Just one more minecart ride to the end. And we're almost out of here. Oh boy, okay, that was close there. For a minute there, I thought I was going to die, but I forgot that they weren't that cruel when it comes to this act, so... Luckily for me. But hey, we got Act 2 over and done with. So it's time to go ahead and get ready for Act 3. But granted, as I said earlier, now that we're actually able to go supersonic, we're not even going to have to worry about drowning whatsoever. So at least we got that on our side. Alright. And get these burrow bots out of the way. And we pretty much have the water slopes that were present in Labyrinth Zone as well here. And I meant to try and get into that little section right there. Maybe I can still make it. Hold on. Nah, nope, I couldn't get it because there was a whole bunch of item boxes full of rings in that alcove there, but oh well, I can go without it. Okay, I thought there was going to be a passageway there, but I guess not. I must be thinking of another area. Alright. Let's get out of this water. Alright. Okay, so there's two of these rooms here. This first one is not hard at all. We just gotta go ahead and make sure to tilt right. That way the water forces the block out of the passageway and allows us to get through. So the second one is actually a bit cruel. You really need to pace yourself because there's going to be a set of spikes mounted on the wall, and while you're trying to get the water to turn and push the block out, at the same time, keep in mind you've also got to breathe, so if you spend too much time in there, you're going to die. And I'm not even going to bother with that extra life. I do not want to risk getting crushed. But yeah, shades of Hydro City Zone with that giant wall there. But I will say, though, that's not going to be the only time we see that in effect in this game. Alright, let's go ahead and transform. This is pretty much the halfway point, so I don't mind being super for the rest of the act at this point. Oh, no, get back up here. Stupid jaws. And we got the water rising up, but that's not going to be an issue. Because we can actually breathe underwater now. Okay, right switch. There we go. Yeah, here's that room. You got to be real careful. If I wasn't supersonic right now, I would have to really pace how I end up getting the water pushed out to get that block moved out of the way. Alright, we gotta find two switches. That way we can open the... or maybe just that one switch. Okay, yep, there's still another switch around here. Okay, where is it? There it is. Hold on, are you telling me I had already hit it and I didn't even know? Okay, well, doesn't matter. We're out of here. Act 3 is over and done with. So, time to go ahead and move on to the boss. And since this is Lost Labyrinth Zone, and it's pretty much inspired from the original Labyrinth Zone, you probably know what to expect for this first part here. But, here we have the Egg Labyrinth. Of course, this time we can actually hit Eggman, so you really want to go ahead and try and get as many hits on him as you can while you're trying to race the water up. Let's see. Get those burrow bots out of the way. And luckily, we are almost out of the labyrinth. Just a little more ways to go. And that's all the hits we're going to be getting on him. And now the Egg Labyrinth moves on to Phase 2. So he's going to cause pillars to come out from the sides of the walls and on the floor and ceiling. So we have to use the elevated height that we get from them to go ahead and land a hit on him, because we really can't do anything at this point. He's too high up for us. So we have to use the pillars as they come up to our advantage, while making sure we don't get crushed at the same time. Granted, easier said than done, but with enough patience, you'll be fine. Okay, doing this formation again. Come on. Oh, really? I couldn't even get him that time? Really? You're going to stay over in that one area? Fine. I'll just go ahead and stay here because I really don't want to... Okay, there we go. Didn't think I was going to get him that time. Okay, and he's staying in the middle, so... There we go. Ah, I couldn't get another hit on him. Curse you, invincibility frames. Alright, okay. This is a formation I can enjoy. Gives me a nice vantage point. And he's down and out. And with that, Eggman goes ahead and retreats. So, let's destroy that prison capsule. And with that, we are done with Lost Labyrinth Zone. Overall, not too challenging. But, this is where we are going to go ahead and end things here for now. So, until next time, thank you all for watching. I hope you're enjoying things so far, and I'll see you all again later.